podcast family. Happy Wednesday. How are you all today? I hope you've had an amazing week so far. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and Easter. Resurrection Sunday. Man, it was such a powerful weekend for us. Like, I'm not even kidding you right now. If your kids were on spring break last week, I hope you survived. Thank goodness for my babysitter because she is a saint. She had my kids most of the week last week. And then again yesterday, because my kids didn't have school yesterday either. Or Monday, rather. Gosh, I have my days mixed up. It's been a crazy week. But anyway, the weekend was amazing. So I've really been diving into my faith again lately. I kind of, not really disconnected, but didn't really take my faith as seriously over the past few years as I did before. I've always kind of picked it up, let it go, picked it up, let it go, picked it up, let it go, things like that. But now I'm at this point in my life and in my journey where every single day, I need that. I need my Jesus. I need my coffee. I need my God. I need my prayers. I need my morning prayer call with PK. If you like to listen to prayer calls, things like that, Pastor Kim, Real Talk Kim, she's on Facebook. She does an amazing prayer call every morning. It's so inspirational and just so moving, and just she's so down to earth, real life, and so anyway, this week on Friday, a church in Skyline near where I live, they put on a reenactment. It was called Bow to the Knee, or Bow the Knee, I think is what it was called. It was a reenactment of Christ's journey to the cross, and literally they put people on a cross, and it was the most moving, spiritual, awakening thing that I have ever experienced. It was so just amazing. That's the only word I can put with it. There is a live stream on Facebook as well. Check that out if you get a chance, because it's amazing. I'll try to drop the link in this in the comments. So anyway, my daughter and her boyfriend and I went to that on Friday. It was amazing. And then, goodness, I'm sorry. Saturday, we went to church at the 4:00 service. We go to Abundant Life in Stephen City, Virginia. And so I decided to get baptized. I joined the growth track with my church a couple of weeks ago, and I really want to get involved. I feel like I'm being called to do something more. I'm helping people through my podcast. I'm helping people through, giving them resources for DV, for all the things, for, helping our homeless community. I'm doing so many things, but I need to connect in a different way now. I'm just feeling like I'm being pulled to connect in a different way. So that's something that I started a couple weeks ago. And then Saturday rather, at church, I got baptized again. So I was baptized in 2011. My ex-husband and I got baptized with Kylie and Hayden, with my older two girls, and had our little baby Jocelyn. Jocelyn was a baby at the time. She's almost 14 or almost 15 now. Good grief. And so got her dedicated at the same time. But I was in a totally different place then with my spiritual journey than I am now. So when I got baptized before, I had this different picture in my head of what it meant to be baptized, what it meant to be a Christian. And I feel like my ex-husband and I were in different places too in our spiritual journeys. But because I felt like I was doing things a little better, or a little more by the book than he was, maybe, that I kind of tried to force it on him and push it on him. And then when I start thinking about that, I'm like, I kind of did that on more than one occasion. Sorry, I just gave my son a thumbs up. He's out here practicing soccer, and I'm in my car recording an episode for you guys. But yeah, I feel like I did that. Like, I expected, because I was changing and I was being different and I was in a place in my life where I needed to do that, that I expected other people to do it as well. And something I've learned now in my journey and through just joining this new church and listening to prayer calls in the mornings, just studying the word, since, you know, Hayden was killed, faith is the only thing I've had that has given me strength and gotten me through every single day for the last almost 2 years, you know. And I know now that just because I am at a certain pivotal moment in my faith journey, that doesn't mean everybody else has to be in the same place that I am. And it doesn't mean that I get to judge them for not being in a place that I am. Because that's not what we're here to do. We aren't here to judge each other. We aren't here to look at somebody and be like, oh God, they're doing this or they're doing that. No. Because you were doing that at one point in time, or something else that was not okay. Right? So who are we to throw stones if we've done the same things? So now I'm at this point where I'm like, I'm just loving people. You know, I just, they're going to see me. They're going to see the changes in me. They're going to see the way I'm living. And they're going to see the blessings that I'm receiving. And they're going to be like, dang, like, I really want that. And then they're going to ask me, how do I get that? How do I get there? And then we'll have a conversation. Until then, yes, I'm going to continue to post scriptures. I am going to continue to cite verses. I am going to continue to go to church every Sunday. I'm going to continue to love Jesus, because I love the Lord. And I am going to continue to teach it to my children. And we're going to do all the things that we want to do together in faith. And, you know, I'm going to continue to participate in my church. I'm going to continue to just continue on this journey that I'm on to help people and heal people, but maybe through a way of ministry. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I'm just being patient. I'm being humble, and I am trusting that God's going to take me wherever he's meant for me to be. So when I got baptized this time on Saturday, that was the thing. I'm like, okay, I've done this before, and it started to take me down a path that I wanted, and then I took things into my own hands and did things my own way. And now here I am again, like, okay, God, like, I get it now. You are in control. I give it up. Like, do what you need to do. Put me where I'm supposed to be. In every aspect of my life. Not just in my faith journey, but in my career, in my home, in my family, in my friendships. Put me where I'm supposed to be. In relationships, put me where I'm supposed to be. Financially, put me where I'm supposed to be. So I'm just waiting. I'm faithfully waiting and just trying to live right. And living right doesn't mean we're perfect. Living right doesn't mean that, you know, we are holier than thou or better than anyone. That is not what it means at all. I am no better than anybody else in this world. But I am going to make conscious decisions with my behavior, with my attitude, with my words, with my health, everything. And I'm going to get where God wants me to be. Because in the end, I know where I want to be. And that's with him in heaven with my baby. All of my kids. So I've just really been working on myself. Just working on myself. But at the same time, please don't think that everything's great, everything's sweet, like I'm not struggling with anything, because I do struggle. I struggle every day, especially things surrounding Hayden's death. I just, a picture came across Facebook the other day, I guess yesterday, of the woman that is, I'm not going to say just as responsible, but responsible for my daughter being killed. She was having a great Easter with her family. A grand time. And I love that. I love that people enjoy their family and enjoy their family time. But at the same time, like, why is she able to celebrate and walk around free like she did nothing wrong when there was a cause and an effect? And because of her and the effect of his actions, my kid is not alive. And that is hard. That is so hard for me right now to feel like that when I am trying to move in this different place spiritually. I am trying to be forgiving and be kind and be loving and not have any hatred in me, and just, I don't know. I just don't even know. But that really makes me so mad. At least for him, he's where he needs to be right now. And he's being held accountable. And she's not. And I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but it really, really, really does. And I can't put names or anything out there yet. We haven't been to trial or anything, but eventually I will tell this story and the world will know what she did and who she is. But gosh, I am struggling. And then I look at Facebook and I have mutual friends with this woman. And I'm like, my mind just goes somewhere else. Like, are they really friends with her? Like, do they know what she did? Because I just can't imagine knowing what she did and being friends with the family that she did that to and still continuing to associate with her. But at the same time, I am not one to tell somebody who they can associate with and who they can't. I am not one to say just because I don't associate with somebody, you can't. No. To each their own. But this woman is walking around living her life like she didn't do anything wrong. And I just have to keep praying, like, God, please take this anger away from me. Please, help me to be this person that I'm trying to be through you, through my faith. And just, I don't know. I just wish they were sorry. I just feel like they're not sorry for what they did at all. And maybe that's where the anger comes from. I don't know. But I am here and I am saved and I am trying my absolute best. My absolute best. Just to be okay and just to try to be a good human, a good person. And I feel like that's part of your faith journey too. Like, just because you get baptized or just because you get saved or join a church or anything, that doesn't mean that there aren't parts of you that are still gonna come out and try to bring you back to that person that you are trying to not be anymore. Because everything in me right now wants to go be her. Like, I was once her, and I can be her, but I don't want to be her. Okay. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to go out here and be mean and hateful. But it's like an internal battle, you know, like I have old me and I have new me, and they're like at tug of war right now. And I'm like, oh no, I can't do it. Oh no, I can't do it. So pray for me, guys. Pray for me this week that the new me wins and the old me just chills. Okay? Because I really need that. I really need your prayers this week for that, because I'm struggling a little bit. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, you just got baptized and now you're struggling. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because that doesn't mean that my problems are going to go away, that everything is just going to be great for me in life. Because it's not. We're always going to have struggles. We're always going to have trials, tribulations, you know, there's always going to be things that try to shake us and rattle us and pull us back. But we got to keep on moving forward, as hard as it is. And some days we might fail, and that's okay. As long as we learn from it, we recognize it, and we're like, okay, we have to, we got to move forward and just make better decisions, or figure out what our triggers are and learn some coping mechanisms. That helps me sometimes too, is when I'm like really about to like feel like I want to lose it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm making a conscious choice to react differently. And we don't always do that in the heat of the moment. Like, it's hard to be heightened, your emotions heightened, you're feeling like you're ready to just rip something apart, to be able to stop yourself and take a step back and say, you know what? I'm not going to act like that, because then they win. And to take a deep breath, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, walk outside, do whatever you need to, and then come back in and be like, you're not winning today. Not today. So I just want you guys this week to go through the week and just think about, you know, your triggers, think about your reactions, think about things you can do differently that will help you be a better human, be a better person, whether that's through faith or through some other avenue. And just be an example for people. Because when people see you acting a certain way, acting any type of way, they're either going to be attracted to it, or they're going to be like, oh, they're going to be appalled by it, right? There's two things. You're either like, oh, wow, that's nice. I want that. Or you're going to be like, absolutely not. So do you want people to look at you and be like, that's what I want. I want to live like that. Or do you want to look at people, or do you want people to look at you and be like, what is wrong with her? I would never do that. Right? Because whether we want it or not, people judge us constantly. Like, people judge me about my podcast. They judge me about parenting. They judge me about looks. They judge me about everything. And that's fine. But I'm not going to be the one judging anybody else, because who am I to judge anybody? No, I'm not gonna do it. Do you, boo? That's literally my attitude. Like, do you? It's fine. You live your life, I'll live mine. Mine's just gonna be a little bit different. And if you want to be different too, follow me. That's what Jesus said, right? How many times in the Bible, like, I forget how many times they said, but a lot in the Bible, Jesus said, just follow me. So, yeah, there you go. I don't know what's coming, but I know it's going to be great. I know it's going to be grand, and I know it's going to be amazing. So, follow me, and I'll see you guys next week. I love you. Bye.